Hey, there we go. Good morning. It is our first Monday without baseball anymore. Sad face. Sad face. Hey, what's up, guys? I mean, it was the end of the season, but it was certainly an exciting end of the season. Yeah, quite the way I think most people wanted it to go. I mean, extra innings though in Game Seven. That's good. Game Six was exciting. I mean, this was a great. Yeah, I know. Boo hiss, boo hiss. It was an exciting play. I say it every year when I watch the NHL playoffs. I love the NHL regular season, but the playoffs are just different. As a Leafs fan, it doesn't affect me because I know they're not going to do anything. This year, as you know, certainly no rooting interest except for rooting against teams like the Dodgers or the Yankees. It was a great postseason. It really was. I enjoyed it. Now we've got, I think it's 100 days exactly until pitchers and catchers report. So the countdown is on. All right, what do you say we get into some of our dailies? Shall we? Let's start with my favorite. Let's go starting nine. Last week wasn't our best week. 6-3. I think that was our worst week in a very, very long time. I don't remember the last time we went that bad. But it's a new week. Let's get started. I don't know if there's any slump buster, streak busters in this one. Slump busters is a completely different thing. But let's see. We did have 3 home runs last week, so that was pretty impressive. Half of our wins were home runs. All right. It is what? It's Monday, so it's me Monday. Why don't we? I mean, if it was really me Monday, we'd try a DH right off the get go, but we're not going to do that. Let's do easier slate this time. 9-0. Ooh, only 1 home run. All right. Well, I'm going to say our baseline then. If Andrew's going 9-0, I'm going to say our baseline is 7-2. We're going to try and do better than that. So 7.5 is our over under as usual. Um, let's go. Let's do something odd. Let's start with first base. Why not? All right, we got Goodman and Phillips. John Goodman, I mean, he played Babe Ruth at one point. Not really a first baseman, but first base DH type. And then I don't think this is Brandon Phillips. It could be Captain Phillips. I am the captain now. Never seen the movie, just know the meme. Meme Monday. I don't know. I'm assuming this is not a uh not a newer game, a contemporary game. Trying to think of any, unless, is that Nico Goodman? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Is that a person? Um I have no idea. So just because Brandon Phillips is the only Phillips I know that might have played first, we're gonna go with the Reds just to throw it out there. Didn't think so. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to something we know. Let's go catcher. All right. Well, now we know what one of the teams is, unless we got another All-Star game. All right, let's go Yankees here. Since we've got Yogi, oh, of course we don't need that one. Of course. All right, so we've got Tebbetts and Goodman. All right, let's go pitcher. Parnell. Parnell. I don't know. Isn't Parnell, wasn't he was on Saturday Night Live forever, and now he's like a voice actor on everything, or just a secondary character on everything. Chris Parnell, is that who it is? I think so. Bertie Tebbets. I don't know who Bertie Tebbets is. And the fact that it's the Yankees and Yogis on the team doesn't tell me if this is a World Series game or not, because that doesn't narrow it down to a league. And the fact that they went to the playoffs pretty much every year, he was there. I don't know who is. Am I getting a what? Because I don't know who Bertie Tebbets is. That's never a good sign. Let's go. Let's stick in the American League until we know different. These seem like Red Sox names. That's where we're at today. Oh, hey. We got... Charm. Let the big dog eat. When in doubt, just assume it's a Bill Nolan article. But we got it out of the way early. That's when you get the Red Sox Bill Nolan article out of the way early. That's... Well, we'll see who Bertie Tebbets is. All right, 1949 Red Sox homer by pesky Stephen Williams. Does that mean he hit it by around the pesky pole? Hands Yankees their first home. Well, I guess not. It's a home loss for the Yankees. It's not in Fenway. First home loss of the season in May. Wow. They went the whole month of April without losing a home game. All right, this was 1949, 11-2. This is going to be this is a long game for 1949. This is going to be 2 hours and 6 minutes. 2:06, get your bets in. Over, under, 2:06. Last week we did really good with the times, including one right on the money. All right, let's see. I said 2:06. 2:07. This is just how we did last week. Last week, I guessed and hit a home run on the first one and then nailed the time. This one, we got it on the second. Well, you were right. You were right, Paul. It was over. Oh, my goodness. I am so good at this clock game. I'm just going to make a game that's just the clock. I'm going to steal your entire idea, but the only point of the game is to try and guess how long it was. Oh, well, Johnny Pesky went 3 for 4 with two RBI and a home run. He didn't hit a lot of home runs. Yeah, he did not hit a lot of home runs. And I think we did on the pod, I think he only hit 1 or 2, like actually to right field in Fenway. The needle. What was he? He was 5'9", 168. Yeah, I can see that. Ted, well, we got Dom. Dom would have DiMaggio in center field, and we already had the Yankees, so that would have given it away. Vern Stevens, Bobby Doerr. There's Bertie Tebbets, everyone's favorite, from Vermont, Burlington, Vermont. 14 years in the big leagues, missed 3 whole years due to the war. Detroit, Boston, and Cleveland. Got some 4 All-Stars, a couple of MVP votes. Only had 2 seasons above 100 in the OPS plus. Okay. Well, there you go. There's Bertie Tebbets. All right, for the Yankees, I'm very soon. He's going to be a pod. Jerry Coleman. I've just he's too many places, and I like him too much. Phil Rizzuto. We got Bauer, Tommy, Yogi, Jack Phillips, and Spec Shea. All right. Everyone gets a W on this one if you picked the over. 1 minute. 1 minute. All right, let's update this. There we go. No home run, but we were close. All right. Thank you, Bill Nolan, of course. All right, next game. We already did pitcher. Let's go. We'll make everybody else happy. Let's go third base. All right. So this is confusing to me here. We've got Freeze at third, which I think David Freeze, right? And then we've got Robinson at third, which I think is the human highlight film. I'm going to assume I can't think of any other Robinsons that have played third base kind of since Brooke or well, we're just going to stick with Brooke. All right, so let's go Baltimore here. Bam.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
You certainly do, Big Al. Bobby Brown, August 29th, 1960. Umpire's timeout call nullifies Clue's apparent 3-run home run. What? That was a home run, wasn't it? Look at us go. Let's go. We have more home runs than losses at this point. Let's go. All right, 1960. 1960, this was a 3-1 game. This umpire's timeout probably led to an argument. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to guess it would have. So I'm going to add a couple minutes on for that. 1960, 3-1. Is this going to be under 2 hours? I'm going to say yes, but barely. 159, get your bets in, over under. 159. Do you think this was a 2 hour or more game or under? I'm going 159. I don't think this is Dr. Bobby Brown. It's just Bob Brown. All right, over under 159, 152. All right, that would be an under. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. It was a big argument. 231. That's a L for me. That's an L for everybody, apparently. This argument must have gone on for a long time. All right, for the White Sox, we would have gotten this one. Louis Aparicio, Nellie Fox, Minnie Minoso, Gene Freeze. Is he related? Brother of George? No. They are not related to Davis. We have Augie and Bud Freeze. They are from West Virginia. Those aren't West Virginia nicknames in my book. Oh, wait, we got to see the rest of this. We got it. Sherm Lawler. And Early Wynn was on the mound. There we go. Yeah, with that time of game. For the O's, not gonna lie, the only person that would have given us the O's was third baseman. We got lucky there. We got very, very lucky. We had a Milt Pappas and Hoyt Wilhelm, though. Hoyt, a.k.a. James Hoyt Wilhelm, old Sarge. Much like Matt Williams has a military nickname, no military service. But, man, he pitched a lot. 21 years, just under 50 for a WAR. Hall of Famer. When did he go in? The Hall of Fame, 1985. Appeared on 331 of 395 ballots. That's a lot. Boy, that's not a lot of black ink. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. In 21 years, he only has 9 pieces of black ink as a Hall of Famer. That might be a low. That might be a low. All right. 2-0. Good start so far with a home run. Let's go to game number 3. Oh, wait. I wanted to... shoot, I wanted to read that story. I don't know how to get back to that. I'll figure it out. All right, can't choose third base. Should we go DH? I don't know if you can see that when I highlight DH. I don't know. Should we go DH? I hate to waste a guess. Let's just go catcher. Nah, we could have. All right, so we got Gallagher and his mallet behind home. Did you know this? I just found this out recently, that Gallagher had a younger brother that was a comic that took over his act, and he went by Gallagher 2. He would do the exact same act with the mallet and everything, and his brother eventually sued him because he dropped the 2 from his name and just was going by Gallagher, and then people didn't know who was who. But we got this asswipe here. I really do not like Kurt Suzuki. I think he's managing the Angels, so there's a fail. Nobody can manage the Angels. They're awful. All right. Is this an A's? Oh, wait, I got to put O's here. Got to keep my list. All right. Is this going to be A's? Is it going to be the Angels? Is it going to be the Nats? Is it going to be Minnesota? I think that covers all of his teams. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who Gallagher was behind the plate. And I don't know. Well, let's do this because it will haunt me if this is it and I don't go first. All right, it's not. Let's go pitchers. This should probably give it away. All right, that gives it away. That pretty much gives it away when it's Mad Max. So I think we can safely go. You know what? Let's do this. Oh, we can't choose Expos. Darn it. I wanted to choose the Expos. All right, let's go Nats. Hey-oh, 3-0.
Let's play the ball! Let's play the ball! Yeah!
I mean, that's another strong start. We had one less home run than we did last week, but still, we had an all-stars. I hope we have an Andrew article this week because we've had Bill Nolan, we've had Bob Brown, and now we've got Laura H. Peebles. Those are 3 people we get every week. July 6, 2019, Max Scherzer strikes out 11 and collects a hit and steals a base. Mad Max. All right. 2019, a 6-0 game. This is well over 3 hours. Not well, but it's going to be 3:18 is my guess. Over under, get your bets in now. 3:18. I'll give you a minute for my Nats story. So on the outfield wall in right field at Nats Stadium is a big LED screen. And there's a K counter that goes up there that is triggered by the scorekeeping software. When it wasn't Scherzer, but when who was the other young nothing from you this week? Wow, darn it. What is we've got one for over. What is the who? I can't remember his name. Big strikeout guy for the Nats. Got hurt. He was only a Nat. Oh God, I can see his name. What is his name? Let's say like 2014. What was his name? Is he already injured here at this point? What? Strasburg, thank you. Evan, whatever, Strasburg. That time he had like 21 strikeouts or something. We had just implemented this K counter there. We had tested it, but I'm going to be honest. I had tested it. I made it. This was all on me. I tested it. I did not test it over 20. And I'm watching this game, and he's just racking up these strikeouts, and I am starting to freak out because the TV is showing it after every single strikeout because this is a big thing. And it's, oh, here's a close-up shot on the outfield wall, and here it comes up. Oh, there's the new one. And I am freaking out. I made a change to it during the game. I'm like trying it on my machine to get it, see if it works, and then I'm porting it over, and then they get it. I am freaking out. It fortunately worked and everything went well, but that was so stressful. So stressful. All right. I said 315, something like that. Let's see what we got. Wow. That is false. There's no way that was 244. In 2019? No. Let's see. That was Cam Gallagher behind the plate. Doesn't look anything like the comedian Gallagher. Nothing like him at all. We had Whit Merrifield. That would have given it away. Alex Gordon, Alberto Mondesi, a.k.a. Raul Mondesi Jr., but then his father got in trouble. There's Raul. He just changed his name completely. Jorge Soler, Alex Gordon, Duda, Glenn Sparkman. Oh, there's the new slide in Billy Hamilton. Then we had Trey. We had this jackass. We got Soto, Howie, Matt Adams. I like that jackass. I don't like a lot of people on this Nats team. All right, well, there we go. A perfect start to the week, 3-0. Thank you, Paul, for putting us here. We will continue on Wednesday with this one. I mean, it's a good start. This is how we started last week, though, and we ended up going 6-3. So we'll have to get better than that. All right, let's move on. Let's do a daily walk-off. 8642. Hopefully, let's do the A's here. We got 8 career shutouts, top 6 appearances at short. 2004, 140 plus strikeouts, and 2002, top 5 hits. All right. Let's go through these 2 on the right first. I think those will be easiest. We got Hattie. Chick Galloway is just, no, he's not over here. 2002. Yes, don't forget to vote. I got to take my ballot in today. Paul, thank you very much for the game, man. Let's see. We're at 2002 hits. Let's put Xavi over there as well. Miggy's going to be here, though, and we'll put T Long over there. How about that? That is sorted, I believe. Here we got Mulder. I'm not sure if Harden was around at that point, and Zito. That's got to be it. And then it's just a matter of figuring out who is a shortstop between Barry, Herbert, and Chick Galloway. Well, let's just send it here and see what we got. All right, so I think it's Jack Barry here. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, done. Moving on to the grid. All right. I got logged out again today from this. It's just like every day it logs you out. It's Baseball Reference needs to get their shit together here. All right, we got Yankees Hall of Fame 40 plus WAR. Philadelphia A's Hall of Fame, or Herb Penix in the Hall of Fame as a Philadelphia A. Barry was a shortstop. Got it. Nailed it. And then we've got Atlanta, LA, and the Cardinals. All right. So we have got 3 Ricky Squares here. And we have got no Don Mattingly squares. All right. Ricky can go all the way across here. I think we're going to put him in the center square because that's where we usually put him if we have that option. Hello? Something went. Watch, it's going to banged a 1 on the grid today. What? Look at you shoving like that. Watch, it's gonna log me out again. Let's see. Did it log me out? No. Oh, wow. I'm still in it. Wow. Congrats, baseball reference. All right. I don't think we're going to be able to beat a 1. There we go. Well, certainly we're not going to be able to beat a 1. All right. I got to get my players grid ready to go. Here, we could put Strawberry. Straw could go there. I'm just looking at people who I have things ready to go. Saxy could go there as well. Steve Sachs. 40 plus career war always screws me up because I don't know people's career wars. Do we go Sachs or do we go Strawberry here? I think we got to go Sachs because he was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch and The Simpsons. No Seinfeld though, but he was on Who's the Boss too. So that kind of evens it out. So we're going to go Steve Sachs here. And he's a Bay Area guy.
What seems to be the problem, officers?
It's enough out of you, smart guy.
Reach for your license. Slowly.
Well, Steve Sachs from New York City.
I heard some guy got killed in New York City and they never solved the case. But you wouldn't know anything about that, now would you, Steve?
But there's hundreds of unsolved murders in New York City.
You don't know when to keep your mouth shut, do you, sexy boy?
All right, we got Sexy Boy there. Let's see, LA, 40 plus career war. I mean, this should be pretty easy. We got the regulars. You got Koufax, you got Jackie, you got Oral. I don't know, did Pedro Guerrero, did he have a 40 plus war? What about, well, you got Piazza. Oh, I think we should do Piazza. Ooh, you know what I need to do? I got to get a Piazza clip from Baywatch. Got to write it down. Done. And that goes with me Monday. Wee Willie Keeler. You see, these are good if we're going for... Well, it wasn't Wee Willie Keeler. Wasn't he on The Simpsons? He might have been on Homer at the Bat, even. I don't remember. But here we're going to go Mike Piazza. Because we've got the Baywatch. Well, it's just, that's all you got to say. On Meme Monday. It is Meme Monday, too, remember. So score doesn't really matter. We just want to get 9, and they got to be meme-worthy. You and Andrew come up with all these dead ball guys. I mean, he was in Homer at the Bat. That would have worked. All right, let's just go across. Let's just do the teams here. So let's do Atlanta here. So we go boop across. Yankees and Atlanta. We could do Andrew Jones. Not particularly meme-worthy. David Justice is meme-worthy, though. I think that's got to be it. Miss Halle Berry was portrayed in Moneyball. Yeah, let's go. We got to do David Justice here. Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't put David Justice, it doesn't recognize it. It's a pretty good high score if we were going feud wise. All right, Hall of Fame. I did just see the new contemporary Hall of Fame ballot just came out. We'll talk about it on the pod next week. Listen to this week's if you haven't already. It's a good one. Dale Murray. I don't think Dale Murray's on the list. Dale Murphy is back on the contemporary. I think this might be the year he does it. I really do. I think he might be the only one. I don't think Don's getting in. I don't think Bonds and Clemens are going to get in. I don't think Sheffield's going to get in. Who else is on that list? I just saw it here. And of course, now that I'm looking for it, it's escaping me. But we'll go through it, like I said, in on the pod next week. But those are the guys I know that are on it. Hall of Fame. So do we go Ted Simmons? We've got the big three. We've got Chipper. Doesn't Jim Bouton. I never know how to say his last name. Bouton. I think it's Bouton. I'm French like that. Bouton. Atlanta Hall of Fame. We could put Warren Spahn. Now, was Sliding Billy Hamilton a break? Because if he was, then we're using that. That's a good. You're gonna get a clip for that if Sliding Billy Hamilton, the original. Or are you talking the new Bouton? I hate the delay here. Which Billy Hamilton, though, is it? All right. We're saying the original Billy Hamilton. We'll go for it. 1888 through 1901. Oh, that's a good one right there.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
We got new clips for that. We got some new clips. The dead one. That's a good call. Look, is he wearing glasses there? No. It kind of looks like they're clear frames, kind of like what I'm wearing, but no. They didn't have those then, I don't think. All right, Atlanta 40+ war. I mean, I think maybe we either do Doggy or Glav Daddy here, because for me, Monday, Chicks Dig the Long Ball. I think we got to do one of them. I think Glavin's probably going to be the lower score. I think we need to go with who's more meme-worthy, though, and that's Maddox. Not Mike. And I just say Doggy's more meme-worthy because of all of the stories of hazing that are ridiculously rude, but they are what they are. All right. Now we got the Cardinals. All right, so Cardinals and Yankees, Hall of Fame, and 40+ career war. Let's see, Cardinals and Yankees. Bring this up so I got the right ones to go. Cardinals, Yankees, Hall of Fame. I mean, is Stan the Man going to be who we go with here? I was thinking about Bartolo. I didn't know if he had a 40+ career war or not, because I did think of him, because he's definitely meme worthy. Let's think of some Cardinals, just Hall of Famers. So you got Smoltz. We're not going to, I don't want to use him. We got Stan the Man. We got Ozzy. Ozzy's meme. Well, Ozzy. Yeah, we got to use Ozzy here because he was on The Simpsons, obviously, and hosted This Week in Baseball. So for Ozzy, 46.3 for Bartolo. All right. Yeah, he would have worked. Is he more meme? You know what? I kind of think he might be more meme worthy than Mad Dog. I think he might be. But what's done is done. We got to fit Ozzy in here. I think we're going to put him in the Hall of Fame. I think it's going to be a large number, but I think that's the safest place to put him. And then we could put Winnie here. Or not Winnie. Sorry, screw that. No, when I'm getting the Padres and the Cardinals mixed up. I think we should put Ozzy here. Greg Jeffries Hall of Fame. If Greg Jeffries had played for the Yankees, he's going here. Kevin Elster. Now Elster played for the Yankees though, didn't he? Did at one point. I know he came up with the Mets, but did he also? Can you imagine Elster and Jeffries if they would have panned out on the Mets? How great that would have been. All right, we're gonna put Ozzy here. It's gonna be a huge score. This might be 50%. Wow, that's really low. That's really low. What if, could you put them, when paired with a team, the player, Hall of Famers must be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but can be inducted player, manager, could we put Whitey Herzog there? Would that have worked? I don't know. I don't think that would have worked. Cy Young for either with Cardinals. Lee Smith? Lee Smith would probably work here. Is he meme worthy though? That's the thing. And I think you're thinking of somebody else that I'm gonna who else was a closer? Or no, I'm sorry, Cy Young for Cardinals. Cy Young for Cardinals. Oh, Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson's pretty meme worthy. Could put him here. What about Cy Young for either with Cardinals? I don't think Bob Gibson, because Bob Gibson wouldn't fit here. Trying to think who was in 85, who was the ace for the Cardinals? This isn't the Cardinals, but it's the same year.
They got the trucks that are on the ball, from work to play, they've got it all. They've got a base that's a real steal. And here's another very good deal. Or choose the truck named after me, the special edition Ford MVP.
All right, well then I'm going to say that was Bob Gibson. Didn't Bob Gibson appear on the Brady Bunch once? I'm going to have to check it out. I seem to remember him, or he sang somewhere. No, Don Drysdale was on the Brady Bunch. He did appear on an episode of The Dropout with Don Drysdale. I don't know what The Dropout is. I mean, we can go with Bob Gibson here. We already know this. Bob Gibson, did he appear in anything meme worthy? Honors, he's Black Ace. Woot, woot. Involved in a road rage incident in 2002. I still wouldn't have wanted to mess with Bob Gibson. Damn. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. I don't know if he's meme worthy. Dick Allen. Who are some meme-worthy Cardinals? Let's put it that way. Who are some meme-worthy Cardinals? Larry Walker. Oh, we could put Larry Walker here. How about that? Definitely meme-worthy. We're doing Larry Walker. Oh, that was a one. We're starting over. What is up with VR today? It legitimately wiped me. What is up with me? All right, well then let's try this just since it's giving it to us. Whitey Herzog. Will this work? See, that's lame. That doesn't work. I'm not going to play this over again. Baseball Reference is just sucking it up today. All right, so Whitey Herzog did not obviously play for the Cardinals. He managed the Cardinals, though. So why would this not work then? Hall of Famers must be inducted to the National Hall of Fame, but can be inducted from any category. Does that mean they need to be wearing a Cardinals hat in the... I don't know. Bartolo Colon is back in play. All right, let's put him here. I'm not going to do this again. Baseball Reference needs to get their shit together, man. That's a pretty high score for Bartolo. All right, well, screw Baseball Reference. That kind of pisses me off. They log me out. We come back in. It screws me on Whitey Herzog, and then it just wipes my whole thing. All right, well, that'll do it. If you haven't already, new pod came out on Tuesday. Make sure to hit that up. Finally got some answers to the trivia question. Whether they were right or not, I don't know. So if you know how much Southpaw weighs in baseballs, let me know. You have a chance to ask the next trivia question. Second sentence of Hall of Fame info says they have to play a game. But if you're a manager, so Hall of Famers must be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, but can be inducted from any category. Blah, blah, blah. When paired with a team, the player must have played a major league game for team in question. Yeah, I see. It just seems weird, though. So, let's see. Did Tommy Lasorda... I guess since they already fucked me with wiping it, let's see if we can do this. All right, so he played for Brooklyn. So if we put Tommy Lasorda here, well, it's going to... That's useless then. That's just like they were a player. So Tommy Lasorda will fit here. That's horseshit, though, because that's just him as a player. If I want to put him as a manager, what if you're a Hall of Fame manager that managed for one team your entire managerial career and go to the Hall of Fame? It doesn't count. Like, what about Tony La Russa? I don't think he ever... Did he not play in the big leagues? He just made it in the minors? No, he played in the... Why did that... Oh, I guess... So he played for Oakland, but not St. Louis. So if I put him here, he's not going to... Why, why does it not come up? Do I have to put Anthony La Russa? Tony. There it is. Oh, it's got a space between it. Yeah, it won't allow that. I don't. You just make it a player then. I mean, you certainly can't use an umpire. I don't like that. Branch Rickey. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can. I'm not going to do this again. I was just trying to figure out. This makes it kind of ridiculous. It doesn't matter if you managed for the team. Then you have to have played for them. That's what it's saying. So I wonder if you were a player and then became an umpire and you got into the Hall of Fame as an umpire, you could then be used here if you had played one game in the big league. I don't like the way they've worded it. I don't like it. All right. Well, we did it, guys. Way to go, team. All right. It's a good start to the week. We'll see how we do. We'll pick it up on Wednesday. Go through all these again. It's going to be a tough week without any baseball. Fall League is going, I think. So you can probably catch some of those on MLB Network. But, all right, that'll be it. Everybody have a good start to your week. Be good to each other. Stay hydrated. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.